Hey there, it's Allison from Daily Outfit, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about personal style as your secret weapon for 2018. Now, I want to give you two examples about how this works, one that's more obvious and one that is more subtle. And I'm going to be digging into this in more detail in my webinar next Tuesday, which you can sign up for. There's going to be a link at the bottom. But first, okay, so the obvious example is that I am dressed today to go to the gym, right? Okay, so I've got my hoodie on, I've got my wicking half zip, I got my backup glasses, I got my studs, minimal makeup, my hair's in a ponytail. You look at me and you know I'm going to the gym, right? So if you were interviewing a bunch of job candidates and someone came in looking like this, your immediate conclusion would be, okay, that person doesn't really want this job. Even if that interview was for a yoga instructor or a personal trainer, you might still think, it's a job interview. You should be dressed appropriately, right? So most of us know kind of the rules of what's appropriate and what's not. We know not to show up to an interview in workout clothes. But we struggle with this idea of clothing as something that's important. So we want our clothes to be comfortable. And I mean, there are real reasons why we wear, the wicking fabric and the stretchy pants and everything. It moves easily. We can achieve our workout goals, get that endorphin rush. I want my hair back because I don't want it falling in my face. I'm wearing my backup glasses because I don't want my fancy ones to break. There are practical reasons why we dress this way when we're going to the gym. It's harder when we think about work or play or going out or whatever. The messages are more subtle and it becomes more complicated, especially for women. Now, I'm going to give you an example actually about a man. So hopefully you can kind of see where I'm going with this. When we think about Steve Jobs, Steve Jobs was a struggling CEO of a fledgling tech company, and in the movie, he's pictured wearing these crumpled Glen plaid suits, and he looks sort of beleaguered, and we believe that he's actually not being very successful, right? So then he got kicked out. He went and wandered in the wilderness for a while, and he came back as this visionary. We think of Steve Jobs as a visionary. And I'm going to ask you, how did he show up, right? So when we think of Steve Jobs now, we think of him in this sort of uniform for an artist. He's got this black turtleneck and these jeans on, and he goes out on the stage and he does his thing. And we think of Apple products now as sort of a way to unleash your imagination. We think of them as beautiful, sophisticated, and we forgive them a lot. I mean, the phone that I'm actually talking to you on right now is like huge cracked screen. And I've cracked my screen like 6 times. And I still am coming back and buying these iPhones because I love them, because they work well, because they're beautiful. And so this is what I want for you. I want for your personal style to be your secret weapon, so that when we look at you, we see visionary, we see think differently, right? If that's what you want your message to be, so that your message is intentional and subtly influences how people see you, not only the first time, but the 3rd time, the 6th time, so that when you walk into that job interview, they know what you're going to deliver and they believe you. And even if your screen cracks, right, because we all make mistakes and things happen, you are still going to have that trust that fundamentally you're going to deliver. So if this topic and this idea intrigues you and you're interested in the idea of having personal style as your superpower in 2018 or your secret weapon, I want you to sign up for the webinar below. It's going to be on Tuesday, 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 Pacific. I can do the math. 7:30 in Europe. And it's also going to be recorded, so you can watch it on the replay. And we're going to dig into specific tactics that I use with my clients so that personal style can help you achieve your 2018 goals. Okay? All right. See you there and have a great day. Bye. See my